for her presentation. Piri Reis Üniversitesi'nden doçent doktor Tutku Eker İşçi oğlu. Teşekkür ederiz.
Dear distinguished guests of the pilot teaching industry, yes, Associate Professor Tutku Eker İşçi from Piri Reis University, and I would like to present you our EU-funded project, Greenport Alliances. But before starting to my presentation, I would like to thank the president of the Turkish Maritime Pilots Association, Captain Nildeniz, for giving me this opportunity, and it's really a great honor to be here. Thank you. So, can I use this? Okay, first I would like to start with the rationale of the project. As you know, European Union has a Green Deal agreement signed by many countries, and Turkey is also included in those countries. And in this agreement, there are so many regulatory forces, and one of them is also targeted to maritime transportation. But those regulations are mostly for the larger vessels, considering that the majority of the pollution is resulted by those larger vessels. So the vessels which are 5,000 gross tons and over are obliged to fulfill those regulations. But there are also small vessels like pilot boats, tugboats, mooring boats, which are exempt from those regulations. But this does not necessarily mean that they do not pollute the environment or they do not result in gas emissions. So in this project, we aim to reduce the pollution resulted by those small vessels carrying out the port operations. So basically, our goal is to develop learning materials that will aim to reduce the pollution in an economically sustainable way and to result in behavioral change. This is our main goal. So our learning streams are targeted to higher education institutions, university students, working professionals, pilots, tugboat operators, or other port services operators, and also the educators, training the trainers, let's say. So we will be developing 3 learning streams targeted to these 3 groups, and we are hoping to contribute to achieve more sustainable world. Let me introduce you the project partners from the industry. We have European Tug Owners Association, we have EMPA, European Maritime Pilots Association, we have Port of Aveiro in Portugal, and Maritime and Logistics from Italy. From the higher education institutions, Piri Reis University, which is also the coordinator of the project, Nicola Vaptsarov Naval Academy from Bulgaria, and University of Rijeka from Croatia. And from the vocational education training providers, we have Acrostomis from Malta, Costanza Maritime University, and Antwerp Maritime Academy from Belgium. So this is a 3-year project, basically, and we are halfway through the project, and we have accomplished work package 2 needs analysis to find out whether the industry and the academics are aware of the issues related to port services. And then we carried out the work package 3, which aimed to analyze raw data to understand what kind of materials the learning programs should include. So we are done, just over with work package 3, and we have started to work package 4. So this is the main goal of the project, of course, to develop those 3 learning streams. And we are right now at the phase of developing course catalogs for those 3 learning streams. And then after we develop the course catalogs and the content of those courses, we aim to test them to see whether if we have done great or not, and then we will hopefully finish the project by 2027 February. So in the second, as I said, in the second work package, we developed a need analysis report led by ETA, and we distributed questionnaires to industry stakeholders, to academicians, to understand to what extent they are aware of the sustainability issues regarding port services and whether they apply those practices in their daily activities. It is good to find out that, yes, there is high awareness of sustainability issues, both environmentally, economically, and socially. However, this awareness, unfortunately, does not translate into daily practices. So in fact, this again brings us to the goal of this project, because in this project, we really aim to achieve behavioral change. So there is indeed a need for behavioral change to achieve sustainability. So the learning materials that we aim to develop are not any regular learning materials, will not be common learning materials, but we really hope to change behavior in that sense. And in the work package 3, which was led by Maritime and Logistics, again, we applied survey research methods. We distributed the questionnaires to many industry stakeholders to identify the best practices that we need to focus on in our teaching materials. And we identified 17 best practices, of which we can group under 3 categories: emission reduction practices, operational efficiency improvements, and engagement and professional development. So just to go through over those 17 best practices by their names only: active involvement of pilots in the planning of port initiatives, active participation of pilots in research and projects, behavioral change through training and awareness, collaboration among stakeholders, collaboration with other ports, continuous monitoring of emissions, and continuous training and updates, implementation of eco-friendly propulsion systems, supply chain optimization, minimization of engine running time, optimization of operation speed, periodic publication of reports, and the final 5, accurate road planning, real-time navigation, road optimization, regular maintenance of tugboat engines, use of biofuels for tugboats, and use of simulation tools. So after we identified those 17 best practices, then each partner of the project searched for case studies to see how those best practices are applied in real. So after the analysis of those case studies for each best practice, then we grouped them under 2 aspects, approaches, let's say. So we can basically say that the training programs need to focus on the technological aspects first, where innovation is the main driver of this approach, of course. And the non-technological aspects need to focus on training, collaboration among actors, and the behavioral change, of course. And to sum up, the insights that we achieved for our educational materials include 3 main drivers. So there has to be a human factor. After all, port services are carried out by pilots, tug operators, or other responsible people in port services. So we have to take their improvement with our educational materials. We have to keep them updated with technical skills, technological improvements. So this will be obviously our major concern of the training programs. And we also consider collaboration among different actors, port authorities, other stakeholders, again, port services operators. So we need to ensure how this collaboration can be achieved by those actors. So we have to include this issue in our training programs, and also interdisciplinarity. I mean, it's not only the technical part that should be included, but also the managerial, environmental, and regulatory aspects should be considered when it comes to achieving sustainability. So this is the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you all for listening, and I also would like to kindly ask you to follow us on our social media accounts, Greenport Alliances, and if you can subscribe to our website, we will be very happy to send you our quarterly newsletters. Thank you very much.